I'll be out in a few if you want to join me. But I'm just going to get it started from here. Let's get it started. Oh. Let me turn that camera around before I get into it. Shabbat Shalom, Grand Rising to all. Please don't forget to hit the like on your way in. When I see 4 people and 0 thumbs, that typically means that it's just the trolls, you know. Speaking of trolls, let's get these community guidelines. Let's get the subscriber. Yep, because my folks, they're already subscribed. Grand Rising all. Hello. Hi, Malaysia. Hi, Anile. Natasha. May 1994. That wasn't a bad year. Tiff. Hey. Oh. What's going on, Misfit Music? I know you ain't no troll, baby. That's why I turned on subscriber mode only. So it's just us for a little while before the weirdos come. Oh, blessings to you. Shabbat Shalom. You know, I keep trying to remind people that this channel, the Jaguar Wright Effect, it really isn't for me. It's for you guys. I do content, different platforms. But my platform, I call it the porch for a reason. Because this is where you can come and kick back with me and get to know me. You know, for a few years now, there have been, you know, a sector or two that have focused on defaming my character only. You know, last night there was it was really sad actually. There was supposed to be some kind of impersonation contest about me. And the whole thing is, you know, pulling out people who are impersonating me. And there was supposed to be a cash prize. First it was win $100. Then it was really only $75 for the first place and $25 for the. It was some real nigga shit, you know. That's all I can call it. Listen to me. Don't you worry about my voting status. Don't worry about that. Don't. Just make sure, if you care, you do. And make sure you vote with your heart, not your head, because your head is filled with lies. You turn on the TV, all you see are lies. You go to the blogs, could share that. Lies. And even the honest bloggers, the information and the intel that they're getting is skewed and miffed and messed with at best. So they can only tell you as much truth as they can based around the lies they've been given. Shalom to you as well. Right now, I want to change up the way the election may look for you, for those of you who are still on the fence about this, that, and the third. I want you to think about it in this way. There's God's way, and then there's the devil's way. Which candidate is leaning more towards God's way? Because God's way is the truth. No matter how uncomfortable it may be, no matter how hard it might be to swallow, God's truth is the way. Now, which one of these candidates has been caught in multiple lies recently, and I mean multiple lies. Which candidate has been helping support the lies of the past 4 years that the Biden administration has sold to the United States public? I'm very over this election because the thing is, people aren't voting with their hearts and they're not voting with their critical minds. They're being moved to vote based off of emotion and ego and judgment. It was bad enough that they brought Mega Man up there to twerk on behalf of this very Indian woman on multiple levels. To twerk for America. Last time I checked, truth tellers don't. They don't consort or conspire with liars. Mega Man is a lying bitch. She's been a lying bitch. And that lawyer that's running around trying to scare bloggers on her behalf is none other than Alex Spiro. And we're going to stop calling him a lawyer. Let's call him what he is, a fixer with a law degree. As a fixer, it is your job to push and stretch the truth as far as you possibly can. Period. Yeah, a real life Olivia Pope. And if anybody has ever watched Scandal, Alex Spiro is the male version of Olivia Pope. It's funny how Kerry Washington's career is shrouded in really questionable shit. Like, all right, have you guys ever seen the movie Life is Hot in Cracktown? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen Life is Hot in Cracktown. And before you think that I'm making it up, honey, yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Life is Hot in Cracktown? Yeah. You have? Oh, y'all need to look that up. It was from right before Carrie got a scandal. Sure enough. Man, I'm telling you. Honey, where did we see it? Did we see it on Netflix?
Nope, I downloaded it.
Oh, yeah, you got to download it.
Nope, Mom put it on the Patreon. We can do a review.
You know what? Okay. We got a copy of it. Put a 2 in the chat if you would like to do a live screening in my Patreon of Life is Hot in Cracktown. It was real interesting. As beautiful a woman as Kerry Washington is, she played a transgender. It was my tranazons that turned me on to the movie. They were all just like, excited, because they were being represented by such a pretty woman. And yeah, Carrie wore the over-exaggerated makeup. She even tucked it. She was tucking it in the movie. It was, and she did it so good. You knew she was around one of the old school girls who knew how to tuck it in seconds. You know what I'm saying? And man, listen to me. I don't know, but I'm telling you right now. Yeah, in the movie, she was tucking it. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When I watched that movie, I know she's a woman, and it freaked me out how good she was. Down to the drug addiction and stuff. Oh, my God, when she would go to her white pimp boyfriend, Daddy, fix me up. Every time he got started talking some real shit, remember, baby? And she ain't want to hear it. She go and get the strap. And she go the tourniquet thing, and she go and get to fix me up, daddy. Oh my God, Carrie was killing. Look, she played that shit. I give her that. She look. Queen Tulsa need to watch that movie and take a few notes and learn how to do it right. Yes. But anyway, in that movie, it was her and one of the other, principal actors was Evan Ross. Carrie is a woman, but she played a transformer. In the movie, life is hot in crack town. Method acting is real, child. Yes, the methodation of it all. So anyway, yeah, and her boyfriend, it was so wild because he was white, and you'll remember him. I can't remember his name. He's, a C-list actor that's been around for years. He always plays some kind of lost and confused person. But in one moment, he was like in love with her. Yeah, Diana Ross's son, Evan Ross. Wait till I tell you about his character. And man, so this white guy that she was with, he was a pimp and a protector, and apparently her D-rug administrator. And he fixed up all the time. But every time he got away from her, he be talking about it to other people. He was always like plotting to unalive her. But then when they would get together, like after he would like abuse her a little bit, he would say he was sorry and tell her how much he loved her. And she would just be sitting there looking at him like, nigga, I don't trust you. Yo, that movie is wild. I don't know if he's still with Ashley Simpson. I'm surprised nobody's asked Evan Ross about how many Diddy parties he went to. And I could tell you for a fact, I know for a fact, Diana Ross's son, Evan Ross, has been to Diddy After Dark. I think this was a movie that they were supposed to humiliate themselves so that they could get real roles, because Kerry Washington, right after that, got scandal. She was doing music videos and shit like that till she played that tranny. But Evan Ross's character, and he starts the movie out. Oh, honey, the movie may be too much for you, girl. It may be. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. The opening scene is a girl being accosted by her sometimes boyfriend, played by Diana Ross's son, Evan Ross, who then demands her loyalty, demands her time, and then forces her into a gangbang that for real, it was an essay. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was so graphic. As a survivor, honey, didn't I have to walk out the room? When that part came on, I had to walk out the room because they surely was graping that girl. And that's the opening scene of the movie. Life is hot in Cracktown. Yeah, Diana Ross was at the Diddy party. She probably went over to the Playboy Mansion and went down through the secret tunnel and then popped up over there so wouldn't nobody have to see her going in and out of the devil's house. You know, that boy, that Evan Ross in that film, he started out with grape. Then he went to robbery. Am I lying, baby? Was there anything bad that he didn't do in that movie? Remember when he beat up the old man and then was sitting there with his dead body for days? Child. Life is hot in Crack Town. Jag, may I have your fiance's contact number, please? Wanted to speak with him briefly regarding. What I will tell you is, honey, there's someone that's looking for your contact. Should they just leave the message for you at Cruelty Free Artistry 1? And there's a number on the website. You can always go to the website and get the number there. And Shalom. I'm telling you, that damn movie, and it's funny because every time they force these people to do the humiliation rituals The movie comes out, it gets mixed reviews, and then it goes away and they bury it. But it's there. I don't even know if they're honoring it on their IMDb credits. But it's a real thing. Yeah, we might have to do a screening. And because you people really need to start getting accustomed to how the industry hides demonic rituals. Because that whole movie was demon time. I'm telling you, it was demon time. And it was all about a bunch of people trying to survive a crack-riddled community. And everyone was on a hustle. And everyone was compromised. And everyone had their reasons why they did the things they do. The movie is called Life is Hot in Cracktown. Now, oh, good evening to you wherever you are, and shalom, Shabbat, shalom. Well, but this movie was like almost 16 years ago. Evan Ross looked like a baby. And he was a whole demon. Oh, you're thinking about Trainwreck with LeBron James when he wore that black dress? I know. How disappointing. I wonder when Bronny's gonna put a skirt on. Maybe if Bronny go to a party and get dressed up like a woman, maybe he'll be able to finally learn how to play basketball. I don't know. Many years ago, I'm telling you, many years ago, life is hot in Cracktown. And then the next thing you know, Kerry Washington goes from playing a transgender woman severely worn out on her own. And then she got the scandal. And that series, of course, we know was all about a very complicated and powerful and compromised black woman whose career really got jump-started by her secret affair with a presidential candidate who she helped rig the election. And that lie chained them all together until they were all forced into compromising everything in every way. Yeah, they had LeBron, his big ass, dressed up in some little skirt, some domination crap. But you know, it's just funny because as wonderful an actress and as intelligent a black woman as Kerry Washington is, why did she have to do such a terrible role? She could have chosen anything else. It could have been, and this was after Ray. But it was the moment that she went from being a supporting actress to being a lead, or at least considered for leads, as a strong lead principal character. And then that show is all about her lying and covering up lies. So it's the compromises that people have to make just to get funding. Eventually, hey Amber, you remember the movie Adam Sandler did, Click? When he had that remote that controlled all his family members so he could do everything he wanted to do. And, yep. Adam Sandler, for real, he be keeping it real. He be keeping it real in a lot of ways. And I think that's why his comedy career as a comedic actor and a comedic writer, the Happy Gilmores, all of those funny movies, I think that was his way of opting out of the cruelty, Because if you can make people laugh, you can make people laugh, Yes, lounge. That MK, that good old fashioned MK Ultra. It's a system of constant mental abuse and mental agony. They play with people's minds, they play with people's lives, they play with people's finances until they just become compliant. You know, it still makes me mad a little bit when I hear people talk about my career when I was younger who weren't there, who never had anything to do with anything, you know. Like there was a podcaster who's also a comedian. What's his name? Godfrey? And he had these two other comedians there. And it was a cool conversation up until one part that just kind of bothered me. They were talking about my career and me starting out in Philadelphia and me being at the Laugh House and how they used to be at the Laugh House. You want to know what I find funny? I didn't just used to be at the Laugh House. I performed at the Laugh House. I would come and sing and open up for relevant comedians. Guess what? I don't remember them. And I remember when the Laugh House closed. I know the owner. And he didn't even tell the truth about why the Laugh House closed. The Laugh House closed because the white boys were sick and tired of that black man making all of that good comedian money in Philly, and they didn't want to share it with him anymore. So they brought Helium to Philly, and then Helium outbidded the Laugh House on every great comedy show that came through town. And they did that until it forced the Laugh House to close. So for that young man to sit there with Godfrey and lie and say that he's cool with the owner, who I also know, and that the owner told him I was real difficult to work with and that's why I didn't make it. That's funny. That same guy used to call me in a clutch when he didn't have nobody else to open up for his comedians. And most of the time, he never gave me more than $50. I didn't go for the money. I went to network. I met Michael Collier 30 years ago at the Laugh House. He was a legend there, and he was regularly booked there until they were forced to close. It was a black-owned business. And the black people didn't even fight when the Jews came to shut it down. And then they put Helium on the other side of town. You know, I performed the night that the night I met Michael Collier. That's what made him grab me before he went out on stage. He said, I don't know who you are, but you got something special. I want to stay in touch with you. I'm curious to see what you're going to do with your future and your career. So imagine what that looks like now when we sit down together 30 years later. Me and my fiance, him and his beautiful bride. And we talk about how far things have come. See, anybody who calls me difficult, do you know what difficult means? She's not down to fuck. She's not down to be used. She's not down for the fuck shit and the bullshit, and she's more talented than all the people who are. We don't want people to see how great she is. Let's just tell everyone she's too difficult to work with and make sure nobody ever works with her again. It's actually called tortious interference. Kind of like what Teray and Vlad and some of these other fucking weirdos have been doing, running around trying to encourage people not to work with me. The kind of shit that Clive Davis does to old friends. Shame on you, Clive. Why would you call that old woman and threaten her about sitting with me? She's a journalist. So am I. We can't have a conversation as journalists? Why you got such a problem with me sitting with your old friend, Clive? Or does she use your private doctor? She's a very old woman, over 90. But she still got her wits about her, and she's smart. I know you threatened that woman, Clive. I know it got to you. The idea of me sitting with her, that probably ate your ass alive. But do yourself a favor, Clive. Do yourself a favor. How about, rather than you pretending you don't remember who Diddy is, why don't you just admit that you remember who I am? Wouldn't that be funny if in this moment in your pathetic, stolen life, Clive Davis, if you couldn't remember Diddy and all you could remember was me? Because for somebody that's got dementia, you sure know how to pick up a phone call and stop an interview. Oops. Don't sound like you so forgetful. Maybe you do remember Diddy after all. In what world? You don't remember Diddy, but you remember how to pick up your phone and threaten somebody out of doing a credible interview with me. Or maybe you're just afraid I was going to ambush her with a real question about you. She's been a fan of yours, Clive. She's had you on her show a couple of times. I wonder what a conversation with me and that woman about Whitney Houston would look like now, would make you look like now. I wonder what a conversation with that woman about Bobby Christina or Nick Gordon would look like now. I wonder what a conversation about Ray J would look like now. With your old dear friend. Y'all people are pathetic. You run around threatening people you call friends to not talk to people because you want them to protect you. She's over 90. You're pushing it. You still bullying people? Should you be worried about your cholesterol? How you got time to bully people? You weird old queen. Never met a black woman who you didn't want to be. Who's your new surrogate? J Hud? You should just drop the J and just call the bitch Hud because she's acting like a government program. Fuck you mean? Tell the truth and shame the devil on the Sabbath. Ray J wanna be a handler. The only thing Ray J is getting handled is handled up. Cause they done greenlit Ray J. Ain't nobody, Ray J ain't got no friends out there. Rayford is alone. You hear me? Rayford is so lonely right now. He ain't got no friends. They won't even let him be a barb. Ain't that a bitch? Who the fuck wants to be a barb? Not even the barbs have been all of that hype about being a barb. You know, with Mrs. Petty's, life choices. It's just funny to me. The truth will set you free. I don't know why lies are so appealing. I don't. They're exhausting. Didn't y'all see that movie? Did y'all saw Scandal? They spent, 7 seasons covering up the same lie. And it all led back to a black woman spreading her glory for a powerful white man. Just so she could find a way to control him. With that pussy control. Yeah. Yeah, Prince told all the truth. Pussy control. Oh, listen to me. I love Scandal very much. But not because it was celebrating the truth, because I enjoyed watching the public look at how the world crafts lies and still not think that any of that shit was based on real life. Yes! Yet Rayford and Snoop are cousins. They're both Diddyites, Yeah, they the Diddyites. I'm not even calling them sodomites no more. I'm just calling them all Diddyites. It's a new clan. They done took sodomy to a whole nother level. They done added drugs and oil and kids and everything. It's the Diddyite. Okay? So no more sodomite. It's Diddyite. And I'm telling you, all these niggas is Diddy-fied. I believe Rayford and Snoopy are second cousins, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, they keep it all in the family. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Anyway, my point about bringing up the humiliation rituals and bringing up Kerry Washington and scandal, it just kind of makes me think about Tamron Hall and Donald Trump. I don't know if y'all heard, but allegedly, I fucking hate having to say that shit. Yeah, it's the bloodline. All about it. All about it. That's what it was all about in slavery. You know, they wanted to make sure they got a good bloodline that could produce good mandingo fighters, good housekeepers, bookkeeper. Sweetheart, it is one of my famous shower sessions. Y'all know how I love them, so. But anyway, Kerry Washington, Tamron Hall. Tamron Hall was over there at NBC before she got her show. And now it's coming out that before Donald Trump became our 45th president, that they were investigating all of Donald Trump's conquests, trying to make him look like a piece of crack, as if Melania gives a shit. She don't give no damn. Let Donald be Donald. Where's my surgeon? There's a Diddy-fied. Why wouldn't Vin Diesel be a Diddyite? Apparently it was the rage. Everybody wanted to be Diddy-fied. Yes. But they were busy trying to shame Donald Trump with infidelity, you know, and they knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. They saw that the Trump stock was up, so they dumped the story on Donald Trump and all of his conquests. But apparently now someone done leaked it back out there. Now, allegedly, Tamron Hall was one of the side pieces. And then all of a sudden, she left the network. Trump got elected. She gets married, has a baby, gets a TV show. And, you know, now everybody want to act like that never happened. But Donald Trump definitely has a type. Because if you look at Tamron Hall, in my opinion, she looked like the black Marla Maples. What you think, honey? Is that a reach? But to me, Tamron Hall don't look like nothing but Marla Maples with a really, really, really nice, consistent tan. Yeah. And so my thing is why is everybody having a hard time thinking that old Tamra wasn't willing to bang her way to success like the vice president? I think the part of it that's really bothering people is that not only did they have an affair, but allegedly she got pregnant and she deleted it. And then she moved around and got married, had a baby, and then she got a TV show. So, yeah, that's quite a leap. And just like Kerry Washington in Scandal, she got involved in a very, very, very illicit relationship with a powerful man who ended up being president. Like, to me, what's the difference between the real life story of the alleged affair and baby deletion between Tamara Hall and Donald Trump? And Kerry Washington playing Olivia Pope with Fitzgerald, the president. How is that any different? There's a like button. I think you gotta go and hit the 3 dots or something like that if you got an iPhone. Yeah, the comma chameleon. Well, no, she's not smart enough to be the next Olivia Pope. Because, see, Olivia Pope wouldn't have needed no earpiece or no teleprompter. She would have had her talking points. She would have went out there and murdered. Oh, yeah, no. Kamala could never be. She could never be an Olivia Pope. Oh, no, never. She ain't nothing but the new Condoleezza Rice. You know, they're always recycling figures. Thank you, Lounge. Thank you, darling. Oh, I love having you around. And I like seeing you in blue. It looks good on you. I think that's your color. Lord knows it's been mine. That true blue couch. My God. But I want to know, what's the difference, really, people? What's the difference between the real life scandal between Tamara Hall and Donald Trump and the TV show? You had a young black woman looking good, took care of herself. Yes, Condoleezza lies. A lot. Oh my God. That's all the Kamala is. They retired Condoleezza and now they got the Kamala. Chameleon. She come and go. She come and go. Why ain't you get Boy George? You want to pick every other fucking weirdo? Why ain't you get him to come and sing that song? Since you so into pop culture. I don't get it. But you bring Cardi B out? Hold up, let me take a second. I don't like the fact that Kamala is sitting here, and no disrespect, promoting prostitutes as figures to bring up in front of all these American little girls and say that her opinion matters because she's speaking for me. What sense when does anybody give a fuck about what Cardi B think? Like, you bringing a bitch up that can't even successfully divorce her husband who cheats on her constantly, and we think that what she thinks matters? Everything about this bitch life don't make no fucking sense. Fresh off a goddamn operating table, after being fresh off a goddamn operating table, having a baby, faking breastfeeding so you can pop a bottle in their mouth on the next post. You got all kinds of strange shit going on with your fucked up husband who doesn't seem to know or remember that you're his wife. Like, and then they take this very fucked up person and they put her on national spot so she can tell people, I wasn't going to vote at all, but Kamala made me change my mind. Why? Because she a fucking liar like you. You got lion-ass Megan up there twerking for America. You got lion-ass Gayonce Probably trying to find a way to pull off a seance and trick motherfuckers into voting. I don't understand people, G. Everybody that she has coming up to speak for her and representing her is a liar or a fraud or a whore. The rest, yes, birds of a feather flock together. The rest of the world is laughing at us. And speaking of Lil Say Say, prayers to her sister, Solange. I just saw a blogger talking about, apparently Solange has finally come forward and said the reason why she's been so absent from public life is because she's battling some illness. Healthy, strong, and yet now she has some kind of rare Kamala. That's what Joe Brown says. She come a lot. That's what Joe Brown said. You know, that's what he said. But let's just be clear. The people that she's bringing out there, who she's either blackmailed or convinced to, try to influence the vote in her favor. All of these people have deplorable characters. All of these people have been shrouded in nothing but scandal and horror and shame. All of these people are what we call in America, or what we call just in the real world, they suffer from a lack of morality. Solange's illness does sound very suspicious. Hope she didn't get poisoned. That would just be in bad taste for her sister, wouldn't it? You know, on the money it says, "In God we trust." Which God do we serve? Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God. Which God? Yeah, they all Diddyites. They ain't sodomites no more, they Diddyites. Y'all heard what Ray J said, asses is out here being taken. Diddlyite. That was wild in itself that he got to say that. Nobody called him out for being a pervert that he is. But, he hangs with a bunch of perverts and they all, co-sign each other. They like one big happy family. Diddlyite. So, you got Tamara Hall and a whole scandal. Got a TV show out of it, though, so I guess, all's well that ends well. Only person I feel bad for right now is her husband. Because I bet he didn't know he was getting Donald Trump's leftovers. And I'm sure after all of that Stormy Daniels testimony, honey, how do you think her husband is dealing with all of this?
Who?
Tamara Hall husband.
Oh, she married?
Yeah, right after she got married and had a baby real fast and got that show.
I got some insight on Tamron Hall. I'm going to share it with you offline. Oh, it's funny that this came up. Fucking hilarious, but I didn't know she was married. That's funny.
Yeah, right after the election. She was married around the election time.
Oh, so she was double. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
If that's the case, because we don't know if that's true.
Oh, no, there was an investigation done.
So it wouldn't be bullshit. Got it. Yeah. That's deplorable. That's fucking deplorable.
Imagine how desperate you gotta be to get a TV show. that you'll have sex with Donald Trump.
Right.
But she looked like the Black Marla Maples. You give her one of them little curly perm wigs and put on that rose pink lipstick, she look a whole lot like Marla. Can you imagine? Listen to me. I'm going to tell you something right now. Even if her husband knows and don't care or didn't care, he going to care now. See, y'all keep forgetting these people got real lives. They got friends, country clubs, regular places they go. Imagine the next time they go out to dinner with their friends, what that's going to feel like. Oh! 8 couples at a table. And somebody drinks too much. And then it gets started. So, Tamron, how's the show doing? Aren't you proud of your wife?
Man.
She's worked so hard. Yo, I'm telling you, he's about to care. Because now all of the men, and especially the men around them, who might have looked up to him thinking that he's that guy and he got that girl that got that TV show and how, you know what I mean? They looking at him like, oh, so that's how y'all got it all. You get paid too? See, that real social chin check still exists. She might not get invited to certain things, especially anybody from the DNC. If they find out that she was rolling around with Colt 45, oh my goodness, nobody from the DNC will touch her. Or maybe they only want to come and talk about her deletion story. Since the DNC is so obsessed with deletions. Yeah. I feel bad for her husband right now. He getting clowned. Well, I mean, yeah, DNC do not care. Yeah. I mean, personally, I'm going to call it for what it is. It's the Demonic National Convention. Because they on demon time. They on demon time. They running with too many demons. They're running with too many people that are encouraging the destruction of our family value system, our morals. I'm going to tell you something right now. The real reason why they don't want Trump to get in there is because they know as soon as Trump get in there, he's going to throw all their asses in fucking jail. This isn't a political party fighting for what's right for the future. It's not. These are a bunch of accomplices trying to beat a rap. Am I wrong, babe? Let's look at it for what, yeah, Colt 45. It worked every time for her. Look at that show. Look at them views. Ooh, Colt 45 works every time. This is what they are. They're a bunch of accomplices who've committed a gross amount of crimes against not only this country, but humanity. Don't nobody want to go to Gitmo. Because that's exactly where Trump will send them all. Right down to Gitmo. That empire is looking more like the projects every day, ain't it? Y'all looked and y'all saw this beautiful big palace but you didn't see what was on the other side. Matter of fact, you didn't find out what it was really hitting for until you got up to the door and found out it was made out of fucking cardboard. These are sandcastles. These aren't empires. They're sandcastles. All we need. Listen to me, they need to send Sexy Red to Gitmo right now for crimes against humanity. That bitch on social media is destroying the future. People want to run around talking about Hitler. What do y'all think these people are encouraging? Genocide, self-hate, poor life choices. Any little bitch running around naming her lip gloss shades after venereal diseases for little girls to put on their mouths. See, what people aren't realizing is that twisted sexual perversion is attached to ritualistic behavior that is linked directly to the occult of the Luciferian church. How can anybody possibly think that Jay-Z is a good guy running around with a clothing line that honors Aleister Crowley? Oh, Jamie, I told y'all that nigga Ben did too much. They all done too much. Yeah, Abramowitz, the witch, the grand witch. Sexy Red's lip gloss line carries colors like booty hole brown, gonorrhea. They got yellow discharge. And they sell this shit to kids, G. Oh, damn. Oh, man. I'm sorry, y'all. It's hitting different. My God. Dirty coochie, all that stuff. Everything. Nasty. Nasty. Girl, I am taking care of my lungs. I'm just smoking some good CBD. My thoughts on SZA. SZA is a victim. I believe, in my heart of hearts, in my truest of hearts, that SZA has not only been allegedly trafficked, but violently gang essayed. I believe SZA is brain. Pray for SZA, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Lori, right? Pray for SZA. Nas is compromised. He been compromised. I know, SZA finally got a movie. I guess they humiliated her enough. They've been humiliating that girl for years. Talented as she is. But the music is a little dark. And when Shluminati got you so turned out that you're running around in plastic bodysuits, dropping down and busting it open and giving lap dances to robots. How do y'all watch these videos and not instantly see the transhumanism, the demonic possessions, Yeah, Scissors had a long list of bad celebrity boyfriends. You know, in my opinion, Jeannie Aiko, victim. I'm not gonna speak on Big Meech. I got my own Meech, you know? And shout out to Demetrius Ship Sr. Studio. Y'all need to see with your eyes, not with what they want you to see. But what do you see? And let's also forget, let's not start yeah, Sis and Summer Walker, they both bought into the bullshit. That goes to show you how desperate people are to be special. Yeah, they the Diddy Bops. All of them, yeah. These people are compromised. They were told that if they really wanted to get what they wanted more than anything, that they had to do terrible things and let terrible things happen to them and tell terrible lies. And all I'm saying is vote for the one that cares about future. And God's future isn't based on lies. I want to send a shout out to Milagro, the blogger. She's under heavy attack right now because she stood up for Tory Lanez when it wasn't popular. And I'm telling you, Milagro, keep going. Do not back down. Alex Spiro threatened you just like he threatened Pierce Morgan. People need to start paying to that. Yes, Ice Spice is an industry plant, just like Sexy Red. I know Storm was talking about it. Everyone should be talking. Jussie up. I'm about to put Jussie on a milk carton. What do you think, babe? Babe? You went back to sleep, babe?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh. I hope to God Tyler isn't an industry plant because she's very, very, very talented. But the simple fact that she still looks like a young girl just coming into puberty, and they got her sticking her tongue out at the world all the time and constantly gyrating her hips. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit too much focus on her sexuality. I do. I think they're focusing too heavily on it. The girl has a decent voice, and yes, she can dance, but she's practically running around the world in a fucking bikini every day. And she looks like a little girl. She looks like a young child. She looks like the kind of girl predators are interested in. She looks like the kind of girl that that dances on that fine line of barely legal. Like, and that's why we loved Aaliyah, you know? Because Aaliyah, she knew how to toe that line with sexy, but still hip hop and fun, you know? She was beautiful without whoring herself away. Listen to me, she is a snack for the devil. You better believe it, Helen. Whole snack. in my opinion, Mary J. Blige was right. It was an unalivement, a spiritual and physical unalivement. Be wary of people who promote Luciferian agendas. Be wary of people who do not truly acknowledge God by living by his laws. Hey, welcome. We're about to wrap it up though, guys. It's just a little quick update. Fatima Robinson, Timberland, and Missy all signed non-disclosure agreements regarding that accident, the alleged accident. Like I said, oh, Mary J. Blige is a whole demon. I don't know why. Ain't nobody talking about the videotape allegedly that was released from Courtney Burgess of her, the diddler, and an underage Danny boy who she used to fly from California to New York to rub her not fine juice all over him. She's a grown woman, approaching her late 20s. He was 16. Thank you, Judith. Allegedly, she started messing around with him when he was 15. But allegedly, in the video that Courtney Burgess can no longer talk about because he has a gag order, and I still don't understand why his attorney, Ariel Kidd, never hit me back. I sent you a message, said that they was trying to unalive me, and I asked if you could help, and you never called me back. What kind of help are you? Like, if you send somebody, if somebody reach out to you, and you send them a text message and say, hey, somebody's trying to unalive me, can you help? And they never call you back? I'm going to come back on later. Just got to figure out when. I think we might have a special treat for y'all today. Yes, I am engaged. Yes. 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 There's a lot of people on this app that aren't happy about that. Guess what? Who cares? You know, when people sit around and attack a relationship or attack people that they don't know with lies and conjectures and rumors and theories, and they don't have relationships themselves, that's real simple. In real time, that's hating. It's stone cold jealousy and hate. And, you know, I know a lot of people are putting up content hoping to get a response. There is none. You're irrelevant. Say what you want, do what you want. It does not change how happy we are every day. It doesn't change how much we enjoy working together. It doesn't change how great we are working together. You know, everyone keeps saying that they don't think he's the right one for me, but the only people that are saying that are the people that are mad that he's in my life because it's cutting off their money. Y'all used to make a decent little coin every month on your AdSense checks that come in on the 21st of the month. You know? But now that Odell has been managing the control of the content, as he should. Hey, Ayasha. Oh, by the way, Ayasha, I gave the lounge a wrench. Can you let her know how to get in touch with you so we can get her into the appropriate mod group? Oh, my God. You know, just because you wish, 222, thank you for those likes. When you sit around all day wishing and hoping and praying for someone's demise, when you really have no stake in the game, it's kind of sick. But now that Odell is managing the content and he's striking people and shutting down unfettered access that people never paid for, never donated to, just took. See, it's changing y'all. Of course, he's not right for me because he's wrong for y'all. See, y'all like all of the other exes that I had because y'all were manipulating those circumstances. Y'all paid my second husband to gaslight me and help my enemies unalive me. He blew up my car and you guys are still defending him. I had a personal injury incident in my life where I severely broke my fingernail. And now that's turned into Odell broke my finger. The finger guard was to protect it so it could grow back safe. Why do I have to explain a broken fingernail? People are saying that a slight iron deficiency is now him beating me up. That's crazy. He's wrong for y'all because he's right for me. Y'all only like people that will come on your weird little channels and lie about people they haven't seen in years, people they barely ever knew. Yeah, haters. Because us being happy should not affect anyone else. Us being happy shouldn't agitate a CC to the point where they have to sit online for hours talking shit about people they don't know. How do you have that much time to care? And more importantly than that, how's your relationship doing? Do you have one? 323232. Ooh. 323 people in the room, 232 likes. 323232. Ashe. Like, maybe y'all should spend more time thinking about your own lives. But trying to convince Odell that I'm going to turn against him like I did everyone else. I've only turned against people who betrayed me. Odell's never going to betray me. Y'all keep trying to convince the world that this man is hurting me in some way. What is talking about his child support payments? What does any of that have to do with your content? You don't know him. Why do you care? Like, why are you worried about his visitation? Why are you worried about contacting the judge in his divorce? How is that content? They're all jealous. And I don't blame them. Because not only can they not make the kind of money they're used to making off me, they're losing money doing it the way they've done it. Their catalogs are dead. Their channels are dying. And when all you got is a bunch of people impersonating me and you're laughing and joking about it. Like at one point in time, this one CC was calling herself trying to imitate me and then coming back and arguing with me. She was doing this all herself. Hey, shut up, Jack! Fuck you, Jack! Ah! And fuck you, bitch! Like she was literally going back and forth with herself. Yeah, and they're gunning for real life street stars as well. Good luck. I wish all of y'all luck with all of your failures. You got the robot having a fake argument with herself trying to imitate me badly. And that's not crazy. You got Sean Monkey Way calling me while I'm live doing major interviews with more than 7,000 people in the chat. I played that for y'all yesterday. That boy was so gung-ho to have something to fuck to say. Yeah, they went after Sir the Cat. These people are insane. But the simple fact that Talib Kweli's wife, DJ EQ, is a member, and was she a moderator over there? And she sits there and gives them a bunch of false information that she got from the roots, and then mixes up a bunch of lies and then gives it to the robot, and then the robot sits there and, like, that's how pathetic you are, EQ. Like, let me give y'all just a little education on who DJ EQ is. She is a bisexual African-American woman who I believe is living in Houston now. She never really took that well to the East Coast. She's a DJ who never learned how to EQ her own mix, and her name is EQ. And she still don't know how to EQ her own mix right. I wish more people were talking about voting for Dr. Cornel West. It's like the whole black community forgot that part. Arguing about Kamala and you won't vote for an actual black man. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's America. But EQ is an industry whore. She's been an industry whore. I'll never forget when Talib told me that they were getting married. We were in Miami at the Shore Club. And I'm like, you're getting married? Why? You're a slut. No, it's just, it's... Damn. That shit hard hitting today. Oh. SD, listen to me. Sean Monkey Way is most definitely nasty work. Slum Village is Slum Village, babe. But I'm gonna give me something to drink. Honestly, it's the combination of the steam from the hot water in the shower and this fire as blessing from the earth. It's like a vape effect. It blow up on you. Yes. Yeshua Shemarak. Jay Dilla was the truth. So is my friend by 10. No, I don't got no limonia. I don't have a limonia, I promise y'all. But just looking at the craziness of it all. SDW sitting there so hot to have a moment of my time that he was sitting there talking to the toilet for 2.5 minutes by himself. Like, these people are crazy. And to know that EQ has been their source material, like, that whore. So yeah, anyway, Talib, I was asking him why he was getting married, and I'm like, he was like, well, she don't have the best reputation, but I mean, it's cool because she's bisexual, so she ain't gonna have a problem with me fucking with other bitches. And I'm like, that's what you're basing your marriage on? He was like, she a DJ, she can DJ for me, it's a good play for me. It makes sense for me. I can achieve that. All of the monogamy and the traditional marriage shit. I'm not into that shit. You know, shorty go with the flow. You know what I mean? I can bring chicks home. And like, this is what Talib Kweli was saying about DJ EQ, who he married before they got married. This is the kind of conversation that man had with me about why he was marrying her. You know? Like, this is the person that's been feeding the troll farm a lot of disinformation about me. Thank you, Ayasha. So anytime you see the name DJ EQ, know that that is a rundown old industry hoe who is still trying to be a Shluminati pick-me after 50. And the biggest accomplishment of her entire career was marrying Talib Kweli, who cheated on her and only married her because she was bisexual and they could roll on bitches together. He was on some like Neo shit. Yeah, he's a fucking creep. That's why I say you got to be careful who you listen to on this app, because a lot of people that do negative content and commentary on other people and relevant people are people who are jealous of them, people who wish it was them, people who never got they shot, so they want to sit there and drag somebody down. They do a lot of projecting, a lot of craziness. I tell you what, EQ, I wish you all the best, for real. Because you're so pathetic that you stooped to YouTube trolling to try to find relevance in your very irrelevant life. Like, y'all can't even find enough people to hate me anymore. And you're so hateful, and you don't have enough of me to hate on anymore, so now you're just attacking each other. I want to say to Lady T Love, even though you're blocked and hidden from my channel, and I know I'm blocked and hidden from yours, good luck and good on you for standing up for yourself. Whether you know it or not, you were a part of the troll farm, and the reason why they encouraged you to get a channel was because they needed more people to hate on me. And considering the way they're talking about your finances or lack thereof, and all of your depression and your alleged suicidal attempts because your life is so terrible, they pulled you in and pretended to be a friend to you so that they could get you to do their dirty work against me, someone you don't know. I know you from Dallas. I know you used to run around with the let me suck your transcripts and the Shayna cancer patient Lewis person. I know that. And look at what it's done for all of you. Absolutely nothing. You got dying platforms, dying channels, and now you're being trolled by the very people you used to sit with. I'm going to say a prayer for you, Lady T Love, in your fight. I'm going to say a prayer for you. But do yourself a favor. While you're looking to fight for right, really examine what you done on this app. Make sure that your hands are clean. Because whether you know it or not, you were a part of an internet criminal organization. RICO applies for that as well. Oh, yeah. So I want to wrap this up with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to come to you today and I want to ask you for forgiveness for all of my sins. large and small. As your humble servant, I atone for any ill actions that go against your principle and your way. On this Sabbath, I declare to continue to keep living by your laws and heeding the words of the Son of Man, Yeshua, to even have love for my enemies, even through the worst of it all. I thank you for your mercy and grace. I thank you in advance for dismissing all of my charges against me that are fraudulent. Dear Lord, I thank you for this wonderful relationship that you've given me with my new best friend. I pray that you bless all of his endeavors as he rightfully deserves it. I pray for everybody here in this stream right now. I pray that whatever you're going through, you can acknowledge right now in this moment that God is bigger than any problem you could ever have. And if you're worried about anything, it's because you've lost faith in God. Verily I say unto you, do not worry about your lives. Don't worry about food and drink and clothes and bills and cars and jewelry. Because everything that you need, your Father in heaven, He'll provide it for you. There are so many things that God sources and protects and gives to, and we don't acknowledge it every day. And we need to. Because God can even make your enemies honor you. Verily I say unto you, do not worry about your life, but put God first. And the calling that He has on your life for you, put that first, and He'll give you it. Everything you could ever dream of and more. See, rather than worrying about whether or not you're going to be able to make the bills and the groceries this month, ask God to bless you with that idea that's going to make that possible. Because, see, if God blesses you with a miracle that you can share with the world, that you can profit on, you ain't got to worry about nothing no more. Stop talking about bills. Every time you say the word bill, the only thing you're going to do is get 3 more. The universe only answers what you say. Not context, not reference. Rather than asking for God to cover all of your bills, ask God for bless you with abundance. Because an abundant life knows no bills. Let's learn how to come to our God. Let's learn how to ask the right way. And make sure when you do, you put the right name on it. Yeshua. Put God first. And everything will be yours. All you have to do is ask. God. Not the internet, not Google, not Siri, not Diddy, not Jay-Z, not 50 Cent, not Nature Boy, not Future, not Soulja Boy, not Bow Wow, not Drake, not no God. Not Clive Davis, not Russell. These are men. I don't worry about problems. I don't have any. Because see, what I have is a God that handles all of that for me. And the only thing He asks me to do is to take a little time each day and remind y'all. Verily I say unto you, do not worry about your life. Allah provides. They don't even have a word that can describe how amazing God is yet. And what he rewards most is faith. And what he admires most is courage. Stop believing that God wants us to be all a bunch of little Fruit Loop pansy weirdos who's always bowing down and apologizing. God don't apologize. He do what he do. And the world has to deal with it. And that's just that. Faith without works is dead. And here we are, right now in this moment, working our faith together because where two or more are gathered, he is in the midst, and we 300 deep. Ashe on everything. God isn't a man, God isn't a woman. Why do we keep trying to give God a gender? God is God. Ashe. You know what? I know exactly how we gonna wrap up this morning. It's been a minute. And I'm not monetized, so it's not gonna kill no monetization. We gonna wrap this up in God this morning. And once it's over, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna log out. Cause this, when I put this on, just say it all. And if you listen to this and you don't feel like everything is taken care of and God got you, then nigga just go on ahead, join the Shluminati, become a Diddyite, and suck and screw your way to hell. That's all I can say. If you don't, oh no, here we go. We serve an excellent God, who's worthy of excellent praise. Period. We've come today to show our love to him. Come on, lift your voice and sing. You better know it. You better believe it. Oh, how excellent. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you. That's all you need to know. Lift your voice to him and say, oh Lord, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent. Oh yes he is. Oh yes he is. Nigga, where? Where? In all the earth. That means everywhere. That means in Calabasas. That means on Star Island. That means on Epstein Island. Everywhere, my God is greater than all of you. Oh, yes, Lord. Y'all better be praising where you at. In all the earth. In all the earth. That means everywhere on earth. Even in your private plane or on a boat, my God is excellent. You better believe it. Oh yes, yeah. My God is so excellent. Yes. Y'all better keep it like that. Shout out to Sunday Service Choir. And we gonna listen on Saturday here on the actual Sabbath. Are you ready? Y'all better get gangster in the Lord. You hear me? God ain't no pansy and neither is his word. Oh, yes, on this Sabbath. And I promise you, when they let me through that gate, if I can have like my own band with me, I'm rolling in on this. Hey, come on, what? Come on. And don't forget to pray for a victim or a survivor today. Come on. Hey, what? Nigga. Hit him. And I'll pray for you today, Zoe. Hey! Shout out to Zoe Kravitz. If you haven't seen Blink Twice, support that film and help save a life. And whatever you want, whatever you need, all you got to do is ask God for it. Put Yeshua name on it. Where we at? Come on. Hey! Come on. Hey! State it clearly. Ooh! Come on. Now see, why didn't Kamala have the Sunday service choir at one of them rallies? I'd have showed up just for them. Hey! Come on! Hey! Yo, man, y'all take God with you. I'll see you soon. I'm the Jaguar. And whatever you want to need, God got you. I'm living proof. Peace. However do you? What you? However, come on. Get it for the Lord. Hey, anything you want. Anything you need. Anything you know. God's got you, though. Hey, however do you? Oh, what? Come on. Hey. Thank you, Kanye West. You've done good things too. Pray.